he was given it day one of the restructuring by Judge Booty, and that was at a time when we were not clear on things, so it has been removed.
Thank you. I had a civilian come up to me and talk about that. So, an amendment has been proposed by ETA in regards to the adoption policy, which I agree with. As it stands now, no one has actually filed for to be registered, and that could be because it is an expensive fee, and it will remain expensive. We're going to drop it by $5,000 to $25,000. Or this is what I'm suggesting we amend it as from $30K to $25K. And there's a couple of logistic errors that I made in writing it, namely with the enactment of the Marriage Act. The state has again defined what it means to be married in Los Santos, which means we can use the Marriage Act to tie it in with the adoption policy. Essentially, what I'm going to say is, if two people, say like Siobhan and I, were married, if we were to adopt someone, that would be our, in quotes, adopted person, right? Because we are legally recognized by the state as being married. So the amendment I propose is essentially to permit that, and also to raise the cap of adopted people from 1 to 2, with the second one costing $75,000. Any suggestions about the fee, about the anything I just said?
I'm indifferent.
Affirmative.
Yeah, we already worked that out over the phone, so I'm in agreement.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, then no arguments here.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will write
Alton, if you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I'm indifferent as well. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know if we want to talk to about it, but there has been a bit of an upcry over the law. But
which law?
Think the
one-child
policy.
Yeah.
Have you guys had people come to you?
I have had so many texts, but it's all
Yeah.
from one person, so I'll be honest, I haven't heard too much.
No one's come to
Mostly
me.
been on Twitter.
I've no one's come to me directly either, but it's more I'll classify it as water cooler talk. To be clear, I still think the law is good. I think we should hold firm on it. The types of complaints I've been hearing around the water cooler, it's just reaffirming why this law needed to be in place to begin with, if I can be honest.
Yeah.
I would agree. I'm still for
Based Molten.
A higher cap and just letting people pay for as many people as they want, but I will vote with you. I think that's reasonable.
We can go up to 3 for now.
I'd say 3 is a
Okay.
good number.
Three
Why don't we
is
do
fair.
why don't we do 3 and just escalate it by the same cost each time? So 25, 50,
30,
75.
60. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
25,
I was gonna say to
75.
double up.
50,
I was
75.
gonna say 20, 25, 50, 100.
Yeah, isn't that what Crane said just now?
No, I said
he was
25,
saying
50, 75. Add
75.
25 each time.
Yeah, that's what Mike
No,
just
he
said.
said
No,
25,
he was
50,
saying
100.
double it. 25,
each
50
time.
to 100.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
It's late. Okay.
it's
Oh,
okay.
you're good.
I-
I think
Yeah, I
that's
got a
good.
quick intersect. You don't play your phone. Anybody have somebody in their phone that ends in 2988?
No.
Nope, my phone was stolen.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, I don't have one.
That's also not
Are
in
we-
the hospital roster. So
Are we even able to search by number? Does that work?
No.
No,
I
I don't
had
to
think
go
so.
through
That's why I was
manual.
scrolling.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
Oh, well, then y'all are gonna have to wait a
2988,
second. I got a lot of contacts. Hold on.
I don't have that many, at least. It's not in a hospital roster. so that narrows it down.
You said 2988?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
Mr.
actually
K.
do. Mr. K?
420-037-2988.
That's Mr. K. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that adds up.
What happened?
He texted me in all caps, "Go fuck yourself."
Okay. Yikes. That's not how he gets things done. Oh boy.
I think
Mr.
he's not
K, but
happy
oh, boy.
about me getting information out of him surreptitiously. Anyway,
Funny enough,
you talking about the other week?
that's when he gave me the
Yeah.
phone number. Is when he told me that information about when he knew about the law.
oh well.
Oh, Mr. K.
So it sounds like we're all in agreement about the adoption amendments.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Nice, quick, easy. Couple of minutes discussed.
Yeah, like I
Are
said.
you gonna? You want me to do that right now?
I'm gonna write it out in the original document in the reports, and then I'll put it at the
And
bottom.
then I'll. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I think the amendment will show that we're at least willing to listen, so maybe it'll
Absolutely.
help quell the vocal
Yeah.
masses, you know.
And
And
I
if
caught,
not, then we can talk about it later.
Yeah, I caught. Speaking of willing to listen, I caught a little bit of what Mr. Simone here was saying about something about pay. I ain't willing to listen.
Wait, what?
I'm.
What are you talking
You talking about the darker
so,
stuff?
Yeah, So I'm gonna regale you with tales of old real quick.
Sure.
That's my shtick here.
With the understanding that we don't live in the past.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm just simply speaking about human nature and giving anecdotes to support my explanation. So, I am firmly of the belief that, much like many nation states throughout history, appeasement is not a good policy. I think that we travel down a slippery slope whereby we need to understand the actual motivation and desires of people, not what they tell us. So my point is as an example, I, as a judge in the DOJ before the restructuring, dealt with a very similar problem. At that time, I will recall that doctors were being paid approximately $5,000 an hour. EMS were making $4,000 an hour. Everyone in the city, criminal or otherwise, was driving around in sports cars and all that. And some of the judges and lawyers essentially felt that they were being left behind in terms of their compensation. And as such, we established a policy whereby we compensated people for doing their job on an iterative basis. So if a judge completed a bench trial or a docket case, they got a certain amount of money. I think in that economy, it was like 30,000 for a docket case, 60 at one point, actually. Bench trials were like 15. Lawyers additionally got those kind of bonuses. And my, I won't call it a suspicion. My conclusion that I'm trying to convey to you is that I don't believe that appeasing people by slowly, incrementally raising their pay will ever be a conclusion that will leave anyone satisfied. Essentially, people will always look at their neighbors, talk about keeping up with the Joneses, and decide that someone somewhere is making more money than them. And they should always be basically equal, and they should always make the same money. I'm not convinced that's a good conclusion, and I think that it is a precedent that I would not like to set, because essentially my belief is that it will never stop. So that's just my commentary.
I agree that everyone wants to get paid more, but the reality is you trying to survive on let's just call it government sector base pay without any auxiliary income.
Did I already write that somewhere?
Is extremely tough, if not impossible.
It is.
Define survive.
The three individuals are not related by blood? Why would it?
Do you want to go for Malcolm?
Yeah, sure. We don't have a definition for poverty, but I would consider it below a poverty line. Like, obviously we have free healthcare. You know, the government workers are not going to waste away on the side of the road with malnutrition. They will have their basic needs met, but they will probably be able to afford a shitbox in time if they scrounge and save. Fuck ever getting a house. Now I'm not saying that
does 3 imply you could adopt 4?
An end goal. You know, I think given the economics of our city, not everyone can own a house, and that's just the reality of it. However, I don't think that a policy of don't ever hope to get this is a
Right.
line we want to take, right? Like I would at least like there to be some kind of light at the end of the tunnel.
So are you insinuating that currently at a government salary it is impossible to save enough for a car or a house?
To be honest, I would say yes.
Hey, Gomer.
The only person I know who's been able to get a nice car. Within
What'd you say?
I don't want to barge in there or anything.
Oh, what's up?
We're not supposed to be here.
For what? I forget.
For the REIT shit, for the real estate.
No.
Wait, really?
No. Also, my phone got stolen.
Yeah, I didn't have your new number. Is that it?
Yeah, Sonia Summers and her goons took it.
You use the phrase "nice car."
I don't know. Yeah, she called me up about that. Be like, what I'm about to tell you is gonna piss you off.
How'd it go? I know you guys kind of hang out and shit. I'm not mad at you.
No. She was good. She was like, you're gonna be pissed off at what I did to Deb and Siobhan. I'm like, what did you do?
Oh, I remember why I told you to come here now. Yeah, we're not gonna poke that beehive quite yet.
I saw someone advertising on
No, not yet.
No, the way that the back end systems are gonna work,
like that is the level there.
I will have a lot of power to protect his interest. So I don't think there's really anything to worry about. It's just a matter of it becoming implemented on said back end.
Okay, well, we are at a bit of a crossroad with this. I don't know if you.
Let's come over here real quick.
It's kind of an odd one. This is between you and I, right? So, you know that whole contract thing being null and void after 14 days?
Which one?
Hold on.
You know how, like, if a contract has been sitting, for 14 days and it was done prior to whatever was going on?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, so if you don't read, like, after any contract that was made before, like, a week ago, if a lawyer doesn't sign off on that contract, it becomes null and void after 14 days.
Okay. What's that about?
So that's literally any sort of liability or falls, like the contract becomes null. So if we got a payment of $100,000 and did a contract to pay you back with interest and all that, if that becomes void, then we could just keep the assets.
True. So what? You just have the lawyer never sign it?
Yeah, just having the lawyer never sign it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do it,
like,
man. Do it, dude.
Well,
Fuck it.
But that's gonna fuck the whole business, though. That's why I say it's like kind of a crossroad. Because if we do that, we're never gonna get it working.
Yeah. Sorry for making you come down here. I appreciate you showing up.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Wasn't nothing. It's not a big deal.
I'll talk to Kay soon and explain to him that read stuff's not going to be necessary. I don't think.
Why? You're gonna have access to the treasury.
I reduced property tax, and I'm going to have the ability to supervise. What are they called? SFEs. In quotes.
You mean the property tax, the weekly property tax? So there's two though. There's the property tax sales was 16%, and I think you're dropping that down to 4% or something like that.
Yep.
But there's still that like 3% that's done every like week or so. Who knows how long?
The utilities bill.
No,
right?
there's another tax on top of that too.
Okay, this is bullshit. I need to figure out where all the charges are coming from and what they're called and why they happen.
So everything we owned in terms of real estate, there was a 3.34% tax on that. That was not the utilities though. The utilities was a separate bill.
Okay. What was the biggest one?
Amount wise, I don't know. I think it was around $7,000.
That would have been property tax.
Right. That would have been the property tax. But there's like the sales property tax, and then there's also the residual, like kind of what do you call it? You know how they like do the appraisal? You know how they appraise shit and tax every year on your taxes on the outside?
Yes.
So I think that's similar to that, but it's based off the purchase price.
Okay.
So whatever you bought it at, you're getting like a 3% fucking bang every however long.
Oh. Okay.
So
yeah,
we
look,
don't know about that. That's what we're
look,
trying to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Listen, I'm gonna talk to the right people. I'm gonna get a full list of all of the shit. And Kay was pissed because a lot of these fees were not disclosed in their entirety, which is super fucked.
Right. I was there when you talked to you about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Look, Gomer, I gotta go back in there. They're probably wondering.
Okay. All good. Well, that's why I came in. That was it.
I love you.
Love you too, buddy.
So if you
Not many
work,
people work that much.
so all right, so I'm saying if you work full time, 56 hours a week, we'll call it, and you're making what you're currently making right now, which is 600 hours pre-tax, you make $535 an hour. That's about $30,000.
You see me now? Hello?
Are they below
Our
us?
highest hours that anyone has worked this
Yeah.
month so far is 55.
Right. So what I'm saying is that if you were to make 700 an hour net, which is the 800 an hour gross, which is a
Yes.
$200 an hour bump, you're going to go from
Flex.
$30,000 a month for someone who's working 56 hours a month or a week, sorry, to 39. And I guess what I'm trying to point at is that in terms of the
Still on the
gap
same thing?
of cost between, let's say, a low cost affordable automobile versus a nice one, that does not seem to me to jump that gap.
I'm right in front of you. Can you show the picture?
Because
Here-
I can buy a car
I
for
agree.
$20,000, right?
Right.
I saw some advertising a club with a turbo secondhand for
I
20
love
grand.
clubs, so that's
I admittedly do not clock as many hours as most people, and I could buy that car, right? And I guess, and what I'm trying to understand is if the desire and the
Okay, all right.
complaint
Snapshot.
is that the money currently being offered does not incentivize people to work at the hospital, does $10,000 extra a week create people that are going to abandon those other opportunities to come work at the hospital?
Well,
To be honest, yes. When we heard that
if it doesn't work, we can just drop it
increase-
again.
I mean, yeah. When we heard that $75 increase, a lot of people were extremely happy with that. Like, it's not much, but it's just the acknowledgement that they're pretty much trapping themselves in one place where they just have to wait for people to come to them to be available for any time when someone is injured, anytime when someone's hurt. We see every single person in the city, whether they're walking in, self-transport, EMS bring them in, you know. It's rough sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. And we have people that are putting in a hell of a lot of hours, and I just think that they deserve a little bit more to acknowledge what they do.
With respect to the staffing issue as well, even if we assume that the income people currently are making is, let's say, sufficient for their needs, houses be damned, right? I believe there's also still a time factor to consider. Respectfully, to the doctors who are having staffing issues. If someone could make in 6 hours what would take them 8 hours to make, I don't think we should be shackling people to their place of work. And that's also something that uplifting some of these base level jobs, doctors and lawyers primarily, could help accomplish. Lawyers are the least paid in the government, as far as I know. Now, granted, they have a lot of additional freedoms that doctors don't have. But it is a bit of a morale thing, and I think it is a good message to say, like, hey, you don't have to be working for the government 100% of the time you're in the city just to feel like you could get out there and do something else.
It's a double-edged sword, though, because how many people did you say that you guys have hired now?
Hello?
We have 110 people hired and still struggle to staff the hospital.
Yeah, but why are you struggling to staff the hospital? Because people
Because
are
they're
going
not
off doing
Getting paid.
You know what?
because
I know why.
110 of those people did it because they wanted the money, not because they're a medical professional or care about people. The second they
Okay,
didn't see the money,
here's the
they
thing,
walked
though.
off.
I have an issue with that. I have an actual issue with that because people who spread that narrative are not thinking about the fact that, sure,
said,
if
it's
someone might have
Bob
gotten
and,
hired because they
Hog,
wanted to see
say,
if the
I
pay
don't-
was
I don't
good,
care.
that is unfortunate. That means that they are someone who should not stick around. But the thing is, that means that they are someone that will not. We
Never
currently
reads
have an
text.
inactivity
I
list.
read it.
Anyone who did not complete their hours for last month is flagged as inactive. If they do not complete their hours for this
Oh,
month,
you want me to
they are
do it?
fired.
Yes,
Anyone who is
yes.
not
I
contributing,
don't know what
if they
you
found
read,
out that it
you
doesn't
told
pay
me
enough,
something
then they're just going to be
that.
gone. The only people who are working who would benefit from this are the people who are actually contributing.
I'm sorry.
Because the people
I
that are
want the
getting money
prosecutor here.
are working. And if they're fucking around with that, then they're just
I
going to
need
get
the
fired.
prosecutor here.
There's
What's that?
a general sentiment right now that I think there's the elephant in the room that we are not addressing is that
Let's
Group 6.
Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna do this now.
Okay, we need to move, I think.
Yeah, or they
This-
need to not
This
yell.
is fucking annoying.
I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything.
I couldn't, and now that's all I can hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to my office, everyone. Let's go to my office. Fuck
Okay.
it.
From a deposition, and you know this, Mr. Braun.
Who's
You
yelling?
know damn and well this is
The judge,
Jerome,
Slacks.
Henry Jackson, and Slacks. Yeah.
We can do Juno's office, actually. It's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
I can't hear anything.
I don't even understand this thing right now. Okay, take now.
Hold on, I want to see if I can still hear them when the door closes.
Okay.
Field trip.
Field trip.
Guess this is where I would normally be sitting here.
Yeah, I guess so. We kind of rebuilt this.
Why don't we all sit in a circle or some shit?
Sure.
All right,
I got bad knees. I'm not sitting on the ground.
it's all good.
Fair enough.
We'll
get cozy here.
Group 6.
Fuck that job.
Group 6. Okay, so
Fuck group 6.
people are inherently motivated by money. That's just the way that it is. And when they see their
Yep.
friends or their people, driving nice cars or they've got super fancy houses, they're like, "What do you do?" "Oh, I do group 6." You know what I'm saying? We are. It is a huge staffing crisis right now. Mechanics, doctors, even the only fast food place in Los Santos right now cannot staff enough people to keep it like fully functioning. So we basically have two roads. Okay, we petition the group 6 have their influence be lowered, or we raise everyone else up to match. That's what we have to do.
Input.
Sure,
If I
absolutely.
may. I know we keep using G6 as the the one that pays out the most and is the biggest issue,
Mhm.
but it's because it's accessible. It seems because Grime pays out the same amount, if not better.
Both of
If
them.
you
Not the
have been,
same.
Both
if
of
you've
them,
been around, yeah,
both
okay.
of them,
Yeah.
then both of them are a problem. Then I don't know. Shouldn't a doctor be better paid than a delivery driver?
yes,
There's an elephant. Well,
I
I-
disagree with those
I-
arguments. To
I'll
be
be
hold
fair.
on.
honest,
We need
I
to. We need
also
to.
disagree,
We're on
Mhm.
a border here, and I'm gonna keep this as reasonable as I can. But there's an element that we're not discussing, and the elephant in the room is that if someone fights their way through the train into the city and chooses to spend 8 hours doing group 6, that's their own fucking prerogative. But if you are lucky and entitled enough to be able to come into the city whenever you want as a doctor or lawyer or cop or whatever, then maybe your life's goal shouldn't be to keep up with the guys grinding group 6. And maybe that priority is wrongly placed.
I don't disagree with that, to be honest. I'm not trying to have our pay be competitive with Group 6 or anything. I just want a bump to acknowledge the effort they're putting in, essentially. I'm very much looking for something different than trying to match that. If that's what they're there for, then at the end of the day, it is the wrong reason. I just want it to be not as punishing, I guess, to choose that over Group 6.
I think Group 6 is a problem. I think it is like the boogeyman when it comes to the
But
fucking
hold on,
economics of our
sorry,
city.
I gotta harp on this. That's not a choice that everyone has. There's a false equivalency here.
Hey, we're gonna do.
What do you mean?
I'm saying if a doctor comes into the city and works 56 hours a week
Mhm.
working as a doctor, they have the ability to do that whenever they want. There are plenty of people that cannot come into the city and work 56 hours a week doing group 6.
But there are plenty of
So
people who
people
can
should be
who-
punished
pl-
because they're choosing to?
Well, plenty of people have the opportunity to waltz in, and they have,
Mhm.
and they have accumulated a lot of wealth as a result of working these jobs instead of working jobs that they would normally otherwise be working.
I'll be out. The issue is more so with doctors, right? Like, that is the issue is people just don't come because it's more worth it for them to sit on the train and wait so that they can show up and do Group 6. They don't come and work for us.
The fact of the matter
They
is,
just wait.
The fact of the matter is, people are abandoning essential jobs to work those jobs.
They are, yeah.
That is what's
Yeah.
happening. I've seen it. These guys have seen it.
Yeah, and I'm saying I don't think raising pay is going to change that.
Well, what do we do?
I'm just-
What do we do?
That's a great fucking question.
I completely disagree.
feel like-
Hang on, I
Yeah.
completely disagree that raising pay
Yeah,
is
I don't-
raising
yeah, I
pay,
don't understand
it may help bring 1 or 2 people in the door. It's not the end all be all, but people are going to leave. Like we had a saying in PD about slapping a fucking band-aid on a bullet wound.
Yeah.
I do think that we are approaching a fucking bullet wound with this Group 6 economy and the grime economy. But I would rather apply a band-aid, which is a little bit of a base increased pay. You know, give them that little bit of dopamine hit, give them a bit of a morale increase. At least
That's
let them
really
show
what
that
I'm
we're
looking for.
trying to
Yeah.
do something
Yeah.
while we continue to talk about the
Yeah.
problem and come up with a more long-term solution. Because telling people like, sorry, this is just the way it is, that's not going to.
Okay, I will be clear. I have no issue with doing so as long as we all understand that we're doing so. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
I
get
don't
that.
have an issue with patting, fucking little Timmy on the head and saying it's all going to be okay, as long as we all understand that that's what we're doing.
Let's
I don't-
Crane, give everyone gun licenses. We'll go fucking. Let's go get.
Hell yeah.
Let's go get G6
Oh
out
my
of the
God.
city,
No,
bro.
thank
Let's do it.
Let's go shoot 'em
Anyone
up.
Thinks like a $200
was-
increase is gonna solve this fucking problem, Crane. But we got to start somewhere, and we got to at least show these people that we
Well,
acknowledge
okay,
that
but
it's happening.
I am fine with doing that.
Right.
I will
little
just
bumps
tell
are-
you-
yeah.
I will just tell you that it is not my viewpoint that starting somewhere is going to continue, because I don't want to get, because I'm gonna be honest with you, we had problems staffing doctors at $5,000 a fucking hour. It's just the reality.
Could that have been an issue with the way that they were hired before?
It's because it was very boring back in the day. But we're making a
I mean,
push to make
lawyers
things
are the
far more
same thing.
interesting.
It has always been the same.
Mhm.
I mean, hell,
And that's
there
going to
were-
be the other problem too, is that if we bump one, everybody else is going, because everybody talks, and that means that everybody else is going to start bitching and moaning about wanting a bump as well. So
I
That's
can't.
the
I'm not,
other
That's why
thing.
we'll talk about all of this. Like I said, I'm really not trying to get specifically Dr. Pay to be anything
no,
crazy.
no,
I just
we hear you.
Oh,
We hear
we'll-
you.
we'll
Please
make
don't think that we
adjustments
don't
for sure.
hear you. It's
of
just
course, I
that,
appreciate you.
it's not that we're saying, no, they don't deserve it. It's just that if we open this floodgate, then everybody is going, it's going to, a couple of months, down the road.
Why not
or
individual
whatnot,
pay
then
increases?
It's going to be the
Good
same
idea.
thing,
I just don't
and
think
then
there's.
they're going to want another.
I don't think it's
And-
mechanically
Okay,
possible.
Yeah,
if
of
we're only
course, the
giving out
other
one pay raise
professions
every
will
couple of
want
months,
a
I
bump as
don't
well.
think that's a problem. I mean, shit, man, that one
Okay,
pay
well, that was just
increase
me
every 2
spitballing,
months. Fuck, great. Yeah, sign me up for that. But no, I think a good message, especially if we're worried about the optics of all this. I may be pulling out an inaccurate number, Nakota or the church, you could correct me. But I believe the PD are making around $700 an hour. I don't want to ultimately speak for the doctors or the other factions, but I think it's a great message if we say that in a lot of these government positions, hey, we're all in it together. Cops, doctors, lawyers, we're
Yeah, of course.
Was it 470?
Mhm.
Just 700 'cause cops are gonna be the biggest portion of the budget if we increase them. I think that's
Mhm.
the fine point to start adding little money on
Uh-oh. Wait, maybe it didn't work? Three, 2, 3. Okay. Maybe it has to do with the fact that we're in an interior. Ah! Let's teleport to them. Not good. What was it? 470? server's fucked up. So sensitive. God mode? Yeah, I'll turn it off once we get back. Monka Giga. It's the back rooms, dude.
Cautioning that
OC, shut up.
perception will always drive commentary.
Well, I'm glad we all
And I think
got here.
it is our responsibility, yes, to sometimes placate and appease, but also recognize that that is what we're doing.
Okay.
I-
That's
I-
understandable.
Upping
I mean,
the pay
honestly,
is a
yeah,
band-aid
that's
for now.
yeah.
And then we have
Welcome
is.
back,
over-
Mr. Kent.
to look at
Thank
the
you.
overall problem.
I completely agree, and like I
Yeah,
said,
no,
my
I-
advocate for the lawyers would be right now just peg their pay to the cops, which I think would be a $150 increase to $700 an hour. And then the DOJ and PD can say like, look, at least we acknowledge we're in this together, you know, while we work on a solution. You know, no one government faction between those two at least is like better than the other.
And what are you leaning?
But then you
My
have
dreams.
PD and EMS who have to pay for vehicle repairs and gas. You know, like everybody has an argument for, you know, like
Do we not reimburse those?
Nope.
no. I did for the first month because everything was so rough as we were all getting on our feet and getting settled, but there have been no more reimbursements issued. No.
Really, I was not made aware
every
of that.
job has its pros and cons. Like,
Does one call us the first person I ever actually
built?
billed? No.
Repairs by the nature of the business, but they could offset their
They
costs
can
by
also
just
fine
writing more
people.
citations.
Yes, they can. find
Lawyers
people.
can also,
EMS
you know,
can't, so
get
we'll
contract
leave that
money.
there.
We just
Lawyers
made it so
can-
only
Yeah.
lawyers can sign contracts.
Yeah,
well,
that's
you
pretty
know,
big. Mhm.
You know, doctors they're tied to one area. Like, but
Yeah, they're kind of stuck. We can't accept tips, but no one tips us.
Yeah, like EMS is the only one that can't really like mitigate. So
what are EMS making?
what
Or-
are EMS making comparison? We can discuss all of them.
so they make the same as PD.
700?
Yep.
Yep.
It's not bad.
I mean, I don't think it's unreasonable to bump that, considering they have a lot to pay for.
Dakota, how much money you got in your account?
Doesn't need to be crazy.
If I went and got my paycheck right now, probably well over 100K.
Holy fuck! Where'd you
But
get
I
that?
also,
Oh my god!
To be fair, I work more than the typical cop does.
Yeah, I know. Cornwood told me that he dropped
130K.
150,000 or
130K.
something on stuff for the PD testing cars.
Cops are
or
getting
something.
banged.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, but
Well, he
they're
works
not
like-
getting bank. Is what I'm saying. Is
They're
they're
putting in the
just
work.
putting in
15
hours.
a day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're putting 15
Aw.
to 17 hours in.
That was
and
my
that's what I
argument with
did.
Pixie. You know, like that's what she's been doing.
And again, there
I
will
certainly
always
don't
be
have that.
outliers, right? Like there will always be somebody who, you know, fucking wakes up, you know, in this storm and, you know, wakes up at the Group 6 depot and just fucking takes the truck out and starts trucking, you know?
This whole situation
Yep.
has been a roller coaster for me. I'm sure you
Oh, look, I have no problem. I think that regardless of what we do, it makes no damn sense for me for doctors who don't have any overhead to be making the same as PD and EMS. So if we are going to say bump doctors to, you know, what was the number I threw out? $800 an hour pre-tax,
Yeah.
which gets them
Yeah.
10,000 more a month if they're working 56 hours a month, or a week,
Mhm.
which you said is pretty.
To be clear, I logged the average of all of the hours for this month. It's 18 hours
Did you log last month?
this month. Yeah, I can do that.
While she's doing that, what are judges making now, Crane?
800, 900, yeah, 900.
Before tax.
Yeah, and I will again. I
yeah.
would wager a guess that
The average for last month
95% of
was
my
29
judges-
months. Or 29 hours.
95% of my judges, well, let's just say most of the time they're playing Parcheesi in their apartments until a case comes up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
The
what
thing
I
is,
figured.
doctors I know you talk about no overhead and everything, but they can't go anywhere, right? Like we're stuck. We're not allowed to do anything else. We're all tracked now. Like everyone who's there is contributing with everyone who comes in. We have like everyone in the city. Like we do a hell of a lot. I'm not gonna lie. So like I get what you mean. I just want enough to make that feel worth doing. You know, it's not an easy job.
Yeah. So let's just put some numbers on the table. So cops and EMS are currently making $700 an hour. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I think it's fair that a cop or an EMS makes the same as a base level city council member. Do any of y'all feel like you deserve more than a cop or an EMS?
No, that's
Oh,
fair.
I think
I'd agree to
that's
that.
fair.
Yep, that's
Okay,
fair.
so we could do 800 an hour for cops and EMS.
Okay.
Doctors, because they have no overhead, call it 700. Is that reasonable?
Sure. Yeah, that's all. Sounds like fine with me.
How much are
Yeah,
doctors
now
making
that I'm
right now?
aware-
Well, hold on. People like whole numbers. How much are they making right now?
I
believe it's around
625.
Okay, so make it 725. Say you got $100 an hour
725.
bump.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Is someone
Is
writing this
that-
down?
Will that appease? I got it all written
Yeah,
down. I'll
I'm
send
writing
it to
I'm
the.
writing it down
Yeah,
as well.
okay,
Nice.
perfect.
I was gonna say lawyers should be the same as PD, but if they're getting a bump, that might be too drastic. I mean, I think 700.
What are
for
lawyers at right now, Miss Treasurer?
550.
Yeah. That's
550.
They're the lowest out of
550.
everyone.
Okay, so we put lawyers at 650. Give them $100 an hour too.
I think it should be 700.
Okay.
I agree with
they don't
700.
Well,
But they don't
think
have repairs
the thing is that
and
they
don't have to
also
pay
They-
for their
they-
loadout
they don't-
do their
and-
own thing a lot of the time, whereas doctors never can when they're on duty.
To be fair, a judge's job and a lawyer's job are probably some of the most intense, most acumen required jobs that I can even begin to fathom. I know it may seem easy to people who've done it for a long time, but there are a lot of people who would not stand a chance in a courtroom or preparing a case or doing whatever is required of them. So while they may not have overhead, I think it's important to recognize that it takes a lot of talent to actually do it well. Or at least entertainingly.
well,
I don't disagree. Hold on, I just want to say something real quick. I don't disagree. And I'm gonna beat a dead horse here, but I have always held the position that it is perfectly reasonable in our society that some lawyers are public defenders. What I mean by that is they choose to simply respond to requests for cell reps, and they work as criminal defense attorneys, and they don't network, they don't put themselves out there, they're not aggressive with demanding retainers or contract fees or anything. And there are some attorneys, and there have been numerous that I can cite to, who are aggressive in demanding contract fees, and they all came from the same place, right? They all started off as public defenders. And as they build a reputation for that skill set, which you're talking about, Mr. Thoroughbred, they can command fees that are, I would say, much higher than any other profession ever could of government worker. So I think that there is an opportunity there that's reflected in having a low base salary for a public defender.
I think at 700, they're still the lowest out of everyone in the government, but it both the lowest paid jobs
But
start with a
Malton,
7.
how much would you need to make up that gap in full-time work in extracurricular work as an attorney.
As you said before, Crane, it is about perception in a lot of cases. And if I hear as a lawyer that my paycheck starts with a 6, whereas literally everyone else in this goddamn bureaucracy starts with a 7 or more, that makes me feel beyond shitty.
Okay, as long as you recognize that it's based in perception and not reality.
And that's what my
Yes, of
counterpoint
course.
also was that you know, police are expected to do their job and act as prosecutors as well. So,
But they have
Don't
the
even
they
get me
have
started as to why police should be getting paid and other than money. Okay, like look, police they need to have a life too. They get my bill. Let's also Let's talk about that police is the most desirable job in our government bureaucracy as well, and I think that should factor into their pay a little bit. If I could be completely blunt.
I think that's reasonable too. I'm not gonna lie. It's tough to be stuck at the hospital when they can go out and explore wherever the hell they want and do whatever.
Are you saying they
want
should
with
be
it.
paid less, Molten?
Yeah, were you saying that, Mom?
I'm saying that I think your pay is just fine at 700,
Well,
but
no,
if we're
I'm just
wanting to
saying,
raise all
like-
tides,
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that.
I was just bringing up the point. I wasn't pleading for them to be paid more. I'm just saying that, you know, that may be why they're set the way that they are set.
Yeah. Well, the
yeah,
police have the
that's fine.
opportunity and ability to hire a lawyer for them, right?
Correct. And there is no district attorney's office, and there will not be.
So
Yeah.
they don't necessarily have to represent themselves. They just can or have to if no one else can, right?
I'm going to give a very blunt counterpoint to that, and maybe I'm working off inaccurate information, but they don't have the money to hire an attorney. That is.
Well, there's a weird contradiction here because all I hear from attorneys is that there's no one willing to pay them. And then I hear from PD that they want to hire attorneys.
Maybe it's the rate that the people are trying to get hired at that there's a breakdown in communication on. But regardless, my gripes will be settled if lawyers make $700 an hour. I think that's fine for cops as well, but that's just my personal opinion.
With the full understanding that my wife is an attorney, I agree. I've seen the amount of work that goes into doing that job, and I think they are deserving of that fat 7 at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't got an issue with it. I just, you know.
let's put this one to a vote since it seems contentious.
What are the final numbers we're voting on?
Well, let's vote on the lawyer specific one since it's fresh in our mind right now, and then we can go through the other ones. So 700 for lawyers before tax. Any not in favor, please raise your hand. Affirmative. Unanimous. Good. Excellent.
Ryan, you're in charge of hiring lawyers and whatnot, right?
Yep.
All right. Then I don't have an issue.
Fair enough.
Sick. What were the other numbers again?
So lawyers have been bumped up to 700. Doctors are at 725. EMS and PD have been bumped up to 8.
You get
That's
100.
not
You
bad.
get 100. You get 100.
Yeah.
And now
I know it's not
nobody
significant, but
makes anything
I
that
think some
starts
people are
with a
happy with that.
6. So
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
No one can argue that.
The thing
There
that
you
the thing
well,
that
hold
pisses me
on.
off about all
Oh.
the discrepancy in pay
Mhm.
between government jobs, whatever, and people who are running G6 or Grime or whatever. Yeah, they can choose to do that, and yeah, maybe they will get the boot eventually from being able to work 90 hours at their fucking job, right?
Right. Mhm.
That said, who gives the boot on the houses that they were able to buy, the cars that they were able to buy, and all of these things are in limited stock, right? And when you've got
Yeah.
people who are working necessary and important jobs that are going to miss out on the opportunity to get these limited stock things because we have no method of actually, reclaiming
I
that stuff.
agree.
Well, hold on.
Honestly,
That's not
yeah.
true. Just you
Oh
wait.
yeah. You're gonna reclaim shit? Hell yeah. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I'm just listen. I'm just going to tell you right now. I know you hate hearing about the past, but look, here's how it goes. Okay, people get lots of money, they get race cars and nice houses, and then they get bored, and they start robbing banks and dealing drugs, and then they get caught robbing banks and dealing drugs, and then I seize their cars and their houses, and then they go back on the market. And or
That Hydra G-Wagon was great.
these people then can't afford their asset fees, and then they get repossessed. So I would not stress too much about a limited economy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that we touched on it briefly on the first meeting, but was limiting the amount of homes that you can purchase going to ever be a thing that we want to do, given the limited real estate that we have available to us?
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
They'll just get other people to buy it, but I think we should still limit it because we should force them to do that. Like if they're gonna, they should try if they want to have a bunch of property.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, they should actually.
Isn't there?
Yeah.
I know there was a limit in the past. Is there
It
not
was
anymore?
2. No, there's not.
Okay. Well, maybe we should legislate that.
Okay. Because I
Well,
know,
and I would
previously it was 2
suggest.
homes
Well, I would suggest that the way we could limit that without putting a hard limit on it would be to, tax them.
Like introduce a new tax?
No, like not leave it at 4%.
Oh, well, that's not changing.
Okay. Hard limit it is.
Do we compound it based on how many properties you own?
I would be that's something I would be interested in.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we can do that. We can ask.
Yeah. It probably is not possible.
I will tell you that if we ask to do that, it will be something that will only go into place probably a month or 2 from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And that was literally just off the top of my head. That's not something that I had like planned basically. I
So
was just
for
thinking
now,
out
we
loud.
can introduce a hard limit, and then we can revisit the compounding interest at a later date if it's feasible. Does that sound like something that we could?
Mhm.
I ain't saying shit.
Okay, so what are we
I know-
proposing? Houses? What's the hard limit?
I mean, I don't know how many.
3 residentials per entity was what I was thinking the first week, but
3. Yeah, I
Per
mean, like I
entity.
said, the old limit was 2. And then
Just say no. I
is
am
there
gonna
anyone
say
who-
no.
off the top of our head that owns more than 3 houses?
Mr. K.
How
Mr.
many-
K, yeah.
Yeah,
how
he
many-
owns
how many
4.
is- Hmm.
Well, he can wait and make it a business, then go that way. As an individual, I don't see why you should have more than like 2 houses.
Well, he's got a felony. He ain't running a business.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
hell
gonna
no.
say.
Oh, all right.
Well, I mean, if we're saying 3, what do we? Is are we grandfathering in the individual?
I think that would be
before.
the only
I mean, you
feasible
can't
way to
really
do it.
force someone to sell their shit, but
I mean,
I think
we're
3
the
is a
government, we
lot.
can-
Yeah,
yeah,
yes, you
that's
can.
true.
It's
Guess-
called
I
eminent
guess we-
domain.
I guess we could. I think 3 is a lot. I'll be honest. I think one person
don't have
should
eminent
need to own
domain,
more than
I don't
one
think.
house. If their
I
spouse wants to
agree,
get
but-
another house, if their best friend wants to get another house, that's fine. Why should one person have to own more than one?
yeah.
Listen, I'm not a big fan of eminent domain, so I ain't trying to go retroactively and seize
Yeah,
people's shit after they
I'm
already
not
own it.
trying to either, but I think if we can limit it in the future, that would be
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
I'm okay with that.
So
So
what are we saying
is
the limit
comfortable
is?
for everybody?
I'm good with 3 if everyone else is.
I wanted to say 2, but
I would say 2.
I'd say 2. I think
All
think
right, I'll
2 is
amend
already
mine to
pushing it.
2. I thought, yeah, okay.
If a 2 is what the wind's blowing, then yeah, 2's fine by me.
Should this be classified by neighborhood or is it just period?
I
I'd
would
say
say
period.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. 2 per person.
Yeah.
Or / entity.
What do you think, Max?
I'm not for a cap on this.
you're not for a cab or up for a cab?
Not for a cap.
State your reasoning.
I'm a capitalist, that's
Yeah.
why.
Well, hold on. You're a capitalist. What does that have to do with owning a cap on homes?
Well, I mean, who puts caps on the amount of food that people are allowed to eat from their government? It's communist shit, man. Trying to limit this, it's like we're basically giving them permission to do. We're stifling potential business for people who are interested in doing real estate stuff. 1, 2. I just don't like the idea of putting a limit on that. When only one person who I know has a lot of fucking contacts and connects probably went through a monumental amount of effort to actually acquire those 4 houses that the average person probably would not be willing to do, and the average person would not be able to do. I would be surprised if there was a person out there right now on the street who isn't working with some sort of gang or group that was able to afford more than 1 house. Because everyone I've talked to has said, hey, you know, I live here with 11 people. You know what I'm saying? Like literally 11 people stuffed into a fucking house. I don't think this is as pressing as it may otherwise seem.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think there's a what's the right word? I don't think there's a risk of things going short. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. There's also new property being popping up.
But, and I think also
she flipped immediately, dude.
We get to a point where there is a scarcity issue in which we feel like it's a problem. We can always legislate that problem.
They're so scared of him, man.
I'm inclined to agree with Max in some ways that I don't think that I don't know whose interest we're serving. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know whose interest we're serving, whether it be public or private, that would countermand the opportunity for people to make money.
That's right.
That being said, you know, we do have an elephant in the room, which is said person who runs the business that we're talking about right now does have a felony and continues to operate a contract-based business, which is an interesting concept. So that should be something, I guess, that'll come to my doorstep.
I'm not bringing it.
I have something to bring up if you want to move on.
Sure.
Yeah, we can just.
I'm not bringing that shit up, dog.
Yeah.
It's not an issue, and if it does, if scarcity does become an issue, then we can revisit it.
Yeah.
I agree with that. If scarcity truly does become an issue, like Crane said, he doesn't really see it happening. And I don't have any experience in the matter because, look, when this city was thriving, I was in prison, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the only time when scarcity became a problem is when we were on the brink of collapse and the economy was outrageous and we had $900 million in the state account. And I can also tell you that part of my role was foreclosing on homes that had not paid their asset fees for more than 4 iterations was the limit I set.
What is an iteration?
Well, that's what I'm getting to. At that point, an iteration of asset fees were every 2 weeks. And so what I was giving people was 2.5 months, actual 2.5 months, to show that they were interested in maintaining their properties by paying their asset fees. And I will tell you that I went through the process of foreclosing, I would say once every month or so. And each time I did so, I would say I foreclosed on something
felony
like
shouldn't be able to work G6
properties.
security job.
So I would suggest that if and when we do reach a point where there is a problem of scarcity,
See,
I
thought that the rep went down automatically
court-based
if they got
foreclosures
arrested with G6.
more than easily make up for those issues. Now, does that mean that you can buy the exact perfect dream house that you've always wanted? No. There will be people who will be first actors and movers who will secure properties and may never let them go. That's just fucking life. But will you be able to buy a house in a neighborhood that you choose should you pay attention to the market and check for
stabbed a doctor, you can still drive your massive truck?
Yes, very much so.
Man, I can't bring it up.
That's my experience.
Our hold on. I'm just gonna bring it up. Fuck it. It's a good point. Are felons able to work G6?
They should not be. If they are, then
yes.
Okay, well then we should talk about that, and we should make a policy about it.
Let's do it.
There is no reason why anyone should be entitled to work a high-paying, what amounts to a private security contracting job for financial institutions of this city when they.
Let me say.
So we have.
Someone
had
in
an
chat who
individual
plays on the server
stabbed
said
one
that
of
they
our
are able to
doctors
still
in
do
the
it
hospital
just
and
by
has
having a
been
felony.
prosecuted
I
for
thought the way that it was
works
supposed to
for
work
the
is that their rep is supposed to get automatically
yeah.
lowered
He's
That's a
trespassed from the
problem.
hospital
That's a
and,
problem.
and
so
make them
I
unable to
propose-
eventually
I
do
propose
it
a
if
piece of
they're a
legislation
felony.
that states that felons are not eligible to work private security jobs dealing with city finances.
Okay, can I ask how we
You
plan
just
on
join
enforcing
groups.
that? Unless we talk to G6.
I'm going to talk to the guy at G6 and tell him not to allow them to work there anymore.
Excellent.
What about
I love
crime?
that idea.
Yeah, can we extend
I don't
that?
care. I don't care if you want to go drive a fucking delivery truck all day long up and down the highways.
Felons
and you're
were
a felon.
banned, but they
Hell,
got
trucking
unbanned.
has been
Interesting.
employing felons since the dawn of time. Fuck it. But in terms of this Group 6 shit, it don't make no goddamn sense to me that you're walking around in a security uniform with a vest and a fucking private security company badge delivering pallets of cash to the city vault, and you're a goddamn felon. That's stupid.
Agreed.
All right.
Agreed.
Yeah, fair enough.
I feel like this isn't even a matter of us having to write something up. We'll let Alan talk to
Yeah,
we
just talk
need
to the guy at
to
Group
Group
6.
Yep.
and
Yep.
have that started. Yeah.
So I was
Will
under
do.
I was under the impression that these bosses at these places would automatically turn people.
That's
who,
what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
You would
Not
think
from
that
my
if you
understanding, yeah.
there was a time where if you get pulled over and you even got a ticket, they would get upset with you, but that doesn't seem to be the case. The
Oh.
example that you used, Kendra, he had a felony and nothing happened from it.
That's
Nothing. He
crazy
didn't
that
he didn't even
nothing
get a
happened.
slap on the wrist.
Really?
They might be talking about Rod.
I think he's still working because I've seen him come in a uniform, but
Wait,
My
who's
God.
Kendra?
No, I think he meant cancer.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I-
all right.
sorry,
it's
I
fine. It's not
fucking-
late for you.
Devs
this time,
unbanned
you don't
everyone.
need
They
to.
they probably unbanned everyone because it was too strict at first. But I mean, like you know.
Okay, I will reach out to the folks at Group 6. So I have something to.
Let's clarify. Violent felonies, right?
So that is one thing. We don't fire automatically for all felonies at the
I
hospital.
think it should-
Listen.
I think it should
If
be a
you're
felony.
if you're convicted of, I'm not going to go through the list. There's a number of nonviolent felonies that I would suggest would bar you from
What's one? Because I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm just genuinely curious.
criminal
Financial
possession of a
felonies.
government issued firearm,
yeah,
fraud,
agreed.
extortion.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. All felonies then.
All felonies. Yep.
And hey, and Siobhan can vouch for this. I've been advising people since day one that work for me as attorneys that we should be fighting for our clients to make plea deals with police to not get felonies because that should matter. And I think if people
She's not talking.
are willy-nilly and don't care about getting felonies, then that should classify them as a criminal.
Yup.
We
Oh,
really
yeah,
do.
that's
This
true.
isn't just G6. It's like any government paid job, or is it specifically?
No,
G6
I
and
think
crime?
G6 because you're dealing specifically. I don't even care about grime. I think it's just Group 6 because you're talking about the transport of city funds to financial institutions, and you're talking about being trusted with that.
Me
And you're
immersion.
running
That's
around with like murder convictions and
Me
fucking
immersion.
Yeah.
reckless
immersion.
evading and extortion and
Me-
all other
me
types
freaking
of
immersion,
felonies.
He's literally
dude.
trespassed from the hospital.
Terrorist mayor
he's
though,
being
lol.
Trusted
I'm not a terrorist
to do
anymore,
that,
bro.
so, yeah.
What do you mean? All the records got
the
wiped.
I can't- I can't
the new slogan of
I ain't
crime
done a
is gonna
single
be every
felony in
crime
2
gone
months.
crime.
Like, look, like I said, if they want to sit there and drive a truck all day, then
Yeah,
that
fuck
seems to me more palatable
they know
in
of.
terms of what a felon could do for work.
I get your point, and I agree.
We did do eco-terrorism. That's right. I
So, does
forgot.
anyone have any further discussion on that?
Nope. I think we're all in agreement.
it.
on that.
I
Yeah.
agree. I think that
Okay.
will help at least
Mhm.
because
that will help alleviate.
yeah.
Okay, I will talk to that, and I'm going to talk to the Group 6 people, and maybe we come to some kind of
CG cleared more bags than
understanding
most
of like
G6
certain
groups
charges
today.
that bar you. I'm not sure if we're even possible
Yeah,
to do that.
G6
We'll
was
have to
getting
figure it out.
fucked up today, dude.
Because
You're always
there could be
late.
some felonies that maybe we don't want to draw the line on. I don't know. I will start at what we concluded, which is any felony, and I'll report back before making.
Thank
any
you, Fire
implementations
Rod.
If there are possibilities to split hair.
G6 will switch to grime.
Okay.
Don't care.
Okay, so I will do that.
That last chase we had, dude.
Something I want to bring up.
That shit was sick.
I'd had a talk with Captain Slacks today about a couple issues.
I did leave the
and
PD meeting.
this has come up several times organically to me through different.
Oh, there was one after
that. Labor law. We don't.
Oh yeah,
have
the
any
one before
right now.
law.
And I would
Before
like
start.
to poll the council on what kind of society we want to be. What I mean by that is that are we an at-will employment state? Are we going to codify, certain labor laws? How complex do we want to be? My initial suggestion, and maybe this is somewhat
I wonder if Flippy gave up on that chase.
well, I'll just say that it is in some ways self-serving because I currently deal with hiring and firing a lot of people. Thankfully, I haven't had to fire anyone yet. Murphy Braun is indefinitely suspended, but that's about it. I would suggest that at least for government jobs, and maybe we make a proclamation or a piece of legislation dealing with only government or all jobs, I don't know. But I would suggest that at-will employment makes the most sense because, as Mr. Thoroughbred over there said, I believe in capitalism. And I think that, in a fledgling economy, I think we're putting the cart before the horse if we start defining a whole host of labor regulations. Now, that being said, in response to an at-will state, if, employees of certain government entities want to unionize or make demands or whatever, or threaten striking, then that's a natural consequence and evolution. But I think to begin with, we should codify something, and if we're going to codify something, I would propose at-will employment. So I'd open the floor to discussion.
When you say at-will, you just mean literally no limits.
I mean, you are employed in a contract whereby you can quit at any time and you can be fired at any time.
And what would you call the system now?
It is
that is the system right now. I'm just codifying it. For example, I will explain the impetus for this. I was approached by Ramiel Rahman, one of the attorneys, regarding a situation with a police officer who was recently terminated. That police officer is accused of some form of malfeasance,
impetus, like
some
IMPETUS.
couple different things. It's largely irrelevant, but for the sake of color and context, accused of essentially assaulting a civilian, sustaining multiple complaints regarding use of force and professionalism, and then on top of that, lying to superiors or some form of obfuscating, omitting, whatever language we want to use, because that's in contention, to be fair. And thus, as a result, not of the actions of the assaulting or the use of force, but rather the obfuscation and the omission, the person was removed from PD. Now, in consultation with Slacks, because Rami asked me to look into the matter, I, told Slacks, I have the ability to look over all your, internal documents and records. I'm not going to do so, but I'd like to hear from you, first off, what are your SOPs? What are your policies? What are people told when they're hired? What's in the documentation? Do you have anything formally? And according to him, there is a formal declaration in their documentation when people are hired that states that they are an at-will employee. They can be terminated for any reason at any time by the chain of command of the PD. I don't necessarily.
I'm leaning on God.
Didn't at least think that needed to be codified when we first wrote the Constitution and everything, but apparently it does. So I would suggest that we should at least codify that we are an at-will state, and thus we don't open a bunch of argumentation about labor laws and et cetera, et cetera.
I agree.
I'm fine. I am fine with like the status quo as well for the most part. The only exception I would like to see to maybe signal to the populace as a whole that we are okay with this sort of thing is we're an at-will state, but the only exception is you cannot be fired for attempting to form a union. And that'll also signal, if people read the legislature closely, that we are okay with these.
That's what
kind of
Siobhan
things
texted me.
up.
Sure, it's fine with me.
Would we, so also please tell me if this is a can of worms and we don't even want to open it unless you maybe like negotiate a private contract with a private entity that hires you?
Yeah, no, okay. The freedom, we don't even need to say that. The freedom to contract always
Watch
supersedes
Hunter
base
Killer. It's on
policy.
Netflix. Never heard of it.
Two individuals, as long as it is not, fucking, against the pure social interest, as long as it's not agreeing to murder someone or
Damn, this guy's
commit some
hardcore,
other
bro.
crime that infringes on someone else's rights. Two individuals have the freedom to contract.
DJ Rosen,
That's how
boom.
it's
Thanks for
gonna
subbing.
be. Hell, we have mutual combat. That's essentially a contract.
No,
Love it.
I just like saying it out loud just so I can hear someone confirm it. So
Yep. I mean, so basically, we codify. We are an at-will state. The only limitation is that you may not be fired for attempting to organize a labor union.
And
I like that. Yeah.
And I guess on that note, I don't know if this is just legalese, but if you are fired, you do have to be given a reason. It can't just be like, well, we're an at-will estate.
I think the
you
whole
may not
reason
like the
Crane
reason, but
wanted
they
to
have give
suggest
you a
this is so
reason,
that we
that
don't
way
have to
you
give
know
people
it's not
reasons.
because you're
Yeah,
trying
that
to
you at-will
demonize,
means you may be
basically.
fired for any reason.
Look, okay, except for
Yeah.
me. I'm saying they have to give a reason when they fire. It doesn't have to be a good one, but they have to give a reason.
Well, yeah, any reason is not no reason.
Correct.
Oh, I actually was meant to bring this up. This would have tied in earlier. Congratulations, everyone. We officially fired our first doctor for getting a felony.
Who?
And it was no one you would expect.
Who?
It was
What?
Pascal Dubois.
Never met him.
You
Don't
will,
know
yeah.
who that is.
No
Does
one
anyone
would
have the
guessed him in
Maniac
slightest. He hit a cop head on, then tried to run, so got chased. Got arrested for hit and run at that point. In which they searched his
Thank you.
vehicle and found 100 times the legal amount of weed. Or
Oh,
not
we
legal,
talked to
the
that guy in
felony
Lenny. That's
amount
who we talked to at the
in his
beginning.
Oh
car,
my god.
as well as
my
all of the steps for cultivation. So
Very
he
cool.
pled guilty to those charges and has been swiftly fired.
There you
Pled
go.
guilty.
Yay! The system works.
So it's happening. People just got to start committing these crimes.
Perfect.
You'll just go work G6 until getting an expungement, guys. It's all good.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
That's
Not
capitalism,
after
baby.
Well, no,
yeah.
they were correction. They were
Yeah, gotta work
grime until
grime
they
now.
get an expungement.
Yeah.
You work grime until you get an expungement. No more
Yep.
G6.
I guess any objections to the at-will?
Yeah,
except
any
for
objections to
union
at-will?
protections?
None at all. No.
None.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright.
Yeah, we wouldn't have fired anyone for the union stuff, even if they were all being very dumb.
Michael, any thoughts? Anything?
No.
Okay. Second thing I had to bring to the council. Slacks has approached me about the current lack
licenses.
of
Gun
organized
licenses.
structure at Bolingbroke. He would like to draw on state funds to
No.
begin staffing the prison.
Nope.
You don't want to hire anyone to work the prison.
I mean, they got guards down there, don't they?
No.
No, they
None at all.
Nope.
There's not a
No.
single person
No.
with a
They-
gun down there.
local guards,
they
but no,
release
yeah, there's
Mr.
no,
Mr.
yeah.
Dab, they get sent to prison. They run into the tower and jump out, and nobody stops them. Right now, that's how they just run
So
off.
he has explained to me, as Mr. Simone pointed out, that as of right now, there is nothing preventing anyone from either breaking into or out of prison. Don't ask me why people would want to break into prison, but sometimes they do. So,
I can
his
give you the sad
suggestion.
answer to that.
Yeah, I don't even want to go there. I think we all know.
Yeah.
So his suggestion or his request, which I find to be rather meager and surprising in its humility, was to hire a total of 5 DOC employees to start. He would like to hire a warden, a deputy warden, and 3 employees. Now, when I asked him, what are these guys going to do? Because if we give them guns, they're just going to get robbed and beaten up every day by 6
Yep,
criminals versus
true.
5 guards.
Right.
And his statement was they will not have guns. They will only have less lethal baton. And I
They
said,
just
okay.
punch
And what's
bags.
to stop people from just breaking in and out and using them as punching bag? And
Absolutely.
he suggested we hire local guards with guns who are placed in the towers.
Oh
I-
boy.
To be a
I
pessimist
guess.
here with good old Slacks, isn't the PD?
They used to have snipers.
Like the DOC anyway. I mean, Nicola can correct me if I'm wrong. Like,
Why do
Is
people
it
want to
gonna
do
be- go
DOC,
up there?
guys?
What I'm saying is, why is Slack's proposing to hire people
I just
who
don't like
are,
the
I
concept
don't
of
wanna
the
say
DOC, dude.
subordinate. That's the term I'm more like. Is it a DOC that's going to be subordinate?
Well, hold on.
to the
That's the
PD?
other part of my proposition of the council. Is that in the past, the DOC was the purview of the police. I don't think that makes sense. The question is if there was a DOC, who would oversee them, and what sort of structure would we like to create? So these are all open form questions. I don't have good suggestions. I'm just telling you that as of right now, the prison is basically a gaping hole of lack of oversight and control. And do we want to do anything about that?
Yes.
I want to say yes, but I think hiring personnel is some of the last things we do.
Yeah,
with
we'd
that.
have to iron out all of the details before we rush to hiring people to throw in there.
Why don't we just have cops go down there and do it?
That's what the current system is, I
Yeah.
believe.
Sick. I think Slack should take care
mean-
of his hiring problem before he looks at something like this.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
I have some thoughts on prison. I'm sure everyone else here does. Why don't we, we have our MDT. Why don't we put what we feel should be the, I don't want to call it the structure, but just like what we think the TLDR prison should be.
Little Texas
in
can do
our
it.
MDTs and our own
Hey!
sections, and we could.
Wanna just
come
lock the
together and
tower?
discuss it next
So,
week, just
out
in
of
terms
character,
the
I'm
laws that
pretty
apply
confident
there,
people
how it
shouldn't
may
be trying
operate, who
to
runs it,
escape prison
et
like
cetera, et
that.
cetera. That's my proposal. We table it. We each come up with our own ideas in the MDT, and then we bring it.
I'm pretty
together
sure,
next
not
week and work
positive.
them out.
Not positive. Or get in. So.
Or I don't know that much about the prison, I'll be honest. I've never been, so I'll try to just make it up. I do know that they have no medical staff up there, including local medical staff, which has been it's been a weird issue for us. So maybe having staff up there might help that at least.
You know what we could do?
What's that?
Jailbreak charge.
Already have it, I believe.
Yeah, that exists.
What's it-
You should have that, yeah.
What's it called? I just looked it up.
Escape in custody or
Prison break would
Oh, there
be
you go,
the
yeah,
ones where
prison
you're
break.
already done with processing, and then when you're prior to processing, it's escaping custody.
But then you would need people to actually be up there to witness it, to enforce it.
Make it a capital offense.
Yeah.
That's true.
So-
Why don't we up the fine?
I think the issue
Well,
is
I
because
guess
it's
I'm
on
referring
there,
to Edda's
it's a
pretty
comment
big
of
fine already, but
how do
yeah,
you how do you catch
How do you
anyone if there's no
enforce
one
it or
working
catch
there?
it?
Didn't someone just say the cops go down there to handle this shit?
No. Cops go
No.
down there to handle like people who get knocked out by running into the electrical fence and can't get picked up on their feet because there's no medical staff.
Okay, well, maybe get one of your cops to go down there with a camera and catch someone doing it.
the only thing I'll say to that is we barely have enough units to police the city as is at the current moment.
Then you should suggest to your captain that maybe he sorts that out first.
I would suggest that I don't think the qualifications for a police officer are the same as being a prison guard, especially if they're not
pretty
entitled
fair.
to have a weapon.
I think they're pretty damn close.
Look. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we holding the position that we don't want DOC then? Is that what we're doing? We just want the PD to
I
handle
think
it?
that I think we should chew on it and discuss it next week.
Yeah, no, I'm not
think
shutting
in
it
the
down. We
interim,
gotta do
it's-
something, right? But
In the
yeah.
interim, it's still Slax's problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
Until we have
you
details.
guys. No offense to the begrudging police force, but they could go up there as needed to handle it. But I am also fine with it being Lord of the Flies in the meantime
Same.
as well.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
I will be for a DOC if it ever gets to the point where someone that I know is a criminal walks up to me and is whining about the cops being too in force for them. That's the point at which that I'm sure that they're probably going to need a DOC proper.
What do you mean?
Meaning, if I'm in City Hall and I'm sitting there, and I don't know, Mr. K walks up to me, he's like, "Hey, how am I supposed to make my living on these motherfucking streets? Because the police force is arresting me every single time I try to do something." At that point, the prisons will probably be full enough to actually require a DOC, but right now it sounds like someone is trying to weasel their way into a position that does not necessarily need to exist.
I'm going to ask a very cynical question to you, Nakota. Is the average prison population above 1 right now?
No, it's not.
I would have to
That's a
look. I
good
don't know what
question.
the
It's not.
average
I've looked in the newspaper a few times, and there's not that many.
Dude,
people
Take
in
a
San
1-week
Antonio.
average.
It's not at
Does
all,
that
dude.
number break 1?
So that's a good point. Then they're just standing around with nothing to do. If we hire people.
Well, yeah, which is why I say
Yeah.
personnel should be the
So
last
what
thing on
about
our list.
local guards?
Yeah, for now.
I'm for that.
would
Fuck
be-
it.
Yeah. that
On,
would
on,
be-
Yeah.
my
I'm not-
my
I-
ideal
yeah, I
vision
wanna
of
be clear.
my
I'm not
ideal
talking
vision of
about
the prison.
hiring for sure.
My ideal vision of the prison is no DOC, local guards only. That's what I like.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So what I'm pointing at is the reason why I just opened up for general discussion is I'm not suggesting that I agree with Slacks. I'm just saying that I think we need something, and if local guards are palatable to everyone, then I think that's something we should look into.
Are we
I
gonna have
think
to pay
that's
them?
fine.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
No, they are subhumans.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
That's fine in the meantime, and we
They
can
literally
chew
eat
on
garbage.
DOC as a whole.
In regards to the medical staff up there, I mentioned that in regards to DOC, that's a function DOC used to have. Frankly, prisoners are going to have to get over the fact that they're not up there. We ran into an issue where a patient refused transport down to the hospital and also refused to speak with local doctors up at the hospital or up at the prison, and requested that a doctor be transported to the prison. We're just not going to fuck around with that. They've got to deal with what they've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You're in prison,
Okay.
so I'm sorry. You
Yeah,
you get
like,
transported
don't-
or
Don't
you deal
run
with what's
into an
there.
Electrified fence. How about that?
Yeah, honestly.
Don't sit there and punch each
Put
other.
dogs in
until
there
you
as
knock
local
yourself unconscious.
You
prison
shouldn't get
dogs
to,
with
refuse
guns.
transport and just have everything brought to you. Like
Mhm, exactly.
people are just gonna have to deal with. Sorry,
That would be
you're in
sick.
prison.
I agree.
I agree with you 100%.
That's how I feel about mountain rescue.
We good on this one?
Okay.
Hey, if you're gonna climb the fucking top of a mountain and walk on a 60-degree slope with a hunting rifle and slip and fall in your goddamn socks and slides, then maybe you should die.
Well, that's real sad.
I think we're good for now. The last thing I'll say is I just created a city council document called Prison Thoughts. I mean, if people just want to like carve out their own section basically
Okay.
and put what they want in there
Okay.
over the
Thank
next
you
week,
for that.
we could just review it next week.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to present?
Yeah, I have a bunch.
I've got.
actually.
Oh,
You do?
boy.
You guys want to take a little
Uh,
5-minute break, perhaps?
Yeah,
Okay,
probably.
sounds
if that's
good.
best.
All right.
Mine are simple whenever we get some.
What's up?
Take a quick
Edit,
nap. My brain's
can you
ready.
send me that list of the thingies?
Yep, sure can.
I genuinely didn't know that was a bet, by the way.
And was there anything else I needed to do?
I'll fuck that up.
I don't
What
think
else
so
do we
so far.
agree
Most
on?
of it's just
Loser.
been discussions. It was the get group 6 to ban
Loser.
the felonies, and then the pay raises. I don't think we've actually gone for anything else. It's just been discussions.
Yeah.
Prison thoughts.
I can eat them. It just took me a hot second to grab 'em.
Yeah, that's. I just had to think about it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
close my eyes real quick, darling.
You're alright.
This bag ain't going in my hand.
Bitch,
Oh, my-
please.
What?
Oh, don't
There's
let
my
that out.
phone. Oh, hopefully
What?
the views-
I'm not believing
Just so everyone knows, Wait, is the door wide open for you guys right now?
No.
Ooh, weird.
Oh, it is. It is. I just walked in. That might have been me. All right.
Be careful about moving around right now. The rapture is upon us.
Yeah, stay inside. Yeah.
I'm closing my eyes. It's been a pleasure knowing all of you. If the world sunders into two.
Oh, same.
I gotta pee,
Glad we're good.
and I'm gonna get the last slice of pizza. Be right back.
Los Santos labor law. Los Santos hereby adopts the standard of at-will employment, defined better unless privately contracted to otherwise. Employees may be terminated or quit for any reason. The only exception to this stated policy is that an employee may not be fired for attempting to organize a labor union.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Seems clear
I mean,
enough.
do you think you need to add like be a part of that as well, like organize, run, or be a part of a labor union?
Oh yeah, just expand on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I write it in, but I'm just going to tell you what. It's hard to prove.
That's fine. I'm
That's
not.
true,
I'm
I
not worried
guess,
about
yeah.
the legality. I just like the signal to the streets that like, hey, like this is something we're okay
Sure.
with, and if you feel you're getting infringed on, well, there you go.
Okay.
What did I miss?
I read out the legislation for the at-will employment. I just published it if
Okay.
you want to look at the language.
Fuck yeah.
In reports? Or
In legislation. Yep.
Oh, we still need mask mandate from last week as well, Crane.
Oh yes.
Can we,
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me
can we
put
make that
together.
one more severe? I'm getting fucking tilted.
You
Fucking
want to be more than just the state-run places?
Yes.
Like, what are you Well, I mean, we're not officially back yet, but what are you proposing?
I don't know. I need to think about
Can
it.
you not see
Where's
Michael?
seeing
either?
people
Michael?
with
Yeah,
no
yeah.
masks
Okay,
on
I'm
is, like,
glad
I
it's
feel
not
like
just
I'm about to
me.
get
I
robbed,
cannot see him.
like 24/7.
Oh my god.
Remember what the mayor said, don't move too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
cautioning
so the
about the
rapture was
rapture.
upon us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
in
we
your
got.
head.
Yeah, I'm
Wait, what was
staying. I'm staying
What are we
right
talking
here.
about?
I'm good.
He was
So,
saying the rapture is upon us and be careful about how much you move around because you may not
Yeah.
find yourself coming back.
Yep.
May get sucked
I
into the
just
void.
took a nap in the lobby. I'm fine.
Well, I can't
Well,
see you right
I
now,
can't see
sweetheart.
you.
so-
No one can see you.
I could see him. Just
You're
fine.
I can
literally
see
a
him.
disembodied voice
who
in my
was you?
ear.
Yeah, I just heard your voice and was like, "Where the
Oh no,
fuck
Coda
are
can't see me.
you?"
Can I can't hear you, minor.
Oh, do I?
Oh.
Well,
I need to go.
no, that will
No,
cause
no,
more
no.
issues.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, just stay still. You're fine.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, this is a good one.
What?
What's up?
What do you mean?
We good now?
Oh, I hit Mr. K with one of my favorites.
No, I still cannot see you. Oh,
I'll
what you
twat
say?
it out.
Okay.
Dakota, say something.
I'm talking right now.
Oh, motherfucker. I can't.
That's
Oh,
good.
God.
I like that.
Perfect timing for all this, huh? Nice. I can hear him coming in and out, but I don't see him.
Same.
Yo,
So yeah, it looks like
fundamental
the
frog and
only
nasty or
things that
something.
haven't been brought up from previous meetings were Max's incest act that he wanted to propose from the first meeting, and then the mask mandate.
Hey, Chief Justice, you know how you were talking about asset seizure earlier?
Yeah.
Can I give you the name of a potential law that I would like to propose, and you can tell me whether or not it's feasible in the immediate?
Yeah.
I named this the Highway Blast Prevention Act. And it deals with personally owned vehicles being observed and documented by law enforcement used in the commission of a crime within a certain time.
We already have a
frame.
strike system.
Is that in effect right
Yep.
now?
That's why people who get fucking hit with illegal parking get like 11 grand in fines.
Good to know.
Have
See, this is why I haven't bought a car yet.
Privately owned vehicles, depending on the reason they are impounded for, are allotted a certain number of strikes. Those strikes scale with the cost of the vehicle. So when a vehicle, let's say, is impounded, a personal vehicle is impounded for reckless evading,
Yep.
that vehicle would then receive, I think it's 2 strikes, and those strikes would scale with the cost, like I said. So it is already accounted for. The only thing that we have not talked about is a limit on strikes. I would suggest that that's probably not relevant in this economy, at least thus yet, because I don't think people have enough money to afford to pay for 30 strikes on a vehicle.
Very fair. Yeah. They kind of limit themselves.
And that's on
by how much
Stelios,
they
dude.
Is there a way for me to see how many strikes are on a vehicle? Because I tried to look and I couldn't find any documentation, at least from my end.
Oh, and then Crane, the last thing for you is the adoption of policy amendment.
I already amended the original document. If you just want to copy and paste that one.
Also, one thing from last week was the suspended licenses at 20 points. I don't know if we actually ever wrote that.
What the fuck?
Was that something we were gonna write? I thought cops were just gonna like tell people like this how it be.
Well, let me ask you, Lance. If a cop tells somebody on the street that this is the law and there's no proof of it, are they just gonna believe them?
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
could
gonna
take
come to you and file a complaint.
Henry, thanks for
they,
subbing,
they
dude.
could take it to court if they don't.
Fundamental Frog, thank you very much.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I would prefer that we have that hard
Why
written
do I
down
hear a
on
smile
file.
on your
Yeah.
face, Lance?
Okay. Just taking notes.
Oh God.
Dude, that's why Bobby's always been in the fucking lobby, man. Spongement Moonshine. Moonshine. Yeah, moonshine's illegal. I actually met Sizz offline. It was on Siobhan's stream. And he's been making moonshine of like moldy food and stuff. They have like moonshine stills that need to be set up outside, like open air.
Are we?
Yeah, like the bread I ate. Yep.
I don't know. Can you see him, Dakota?
It looks like he's standing right next to this potted plant.
Yeah, the
but
moonshine's
I
made
can't
of
really
dirty
tell.
water. That's right.
Okay.
That's where I imagine he is.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't
I can
see
he-
you. I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you,
him.
but I can't see him.
Nobody can see him.
I can see you, Simone.
I can't.
I can't hear him anymore either. I could hear him,
Ah.
but now I can't.
We found
Oh,
the problem.
shit.
He sounds like he's behind the door.
Yeah, I don't
He
hear
sounds like he's right
anything.
behind me, actually.
He is right behind you.
Oh.
Oh.
Ethan, after the Sarah stream,
hear
I'm
you.
good, man.
Right behind you.
One of my dogs pissed in my house. I gotta clean that
Yep,
up.
He's definitely right there next to that plant.
Okay.
I see him.
Even though I let her out pretty recently. You left it? I mean, I can't clean it up right now. I gotta stream, boys. I'll clean it up in a little bit. I did it for you, boys. Letting it ferment. I'm a lazy piece of shit. I'm lazy if I'm AFK for 10 minutes. I'm lazy if I clean up dog piss. There's no winning, dude. There's no winning, man. Probably would have taken a little bit longer than that. Rusty, thanks for subbing, dude. Anyone not ready to continue?
I'm good,
Mike, you here?
other than not seeing
yeah,
or hearing Michael.
I mean, I think we're all good. I think the problem is not everyone can see and hear everyone else.
yeah. Might need
like the
to
only
translate.
person
Wait,
not
I heard him.
being seeable as me right now.
Can you hear me,
Yeah, I
Mike?
can hear-
Mike, can you hear me?
You're
Hear
very
me, hear
quiet.
me,
Speak
hear
up a
me.
bit, and then maybe I can tell where you're at.
Michael.
Simone, can you hear Cantor?
No,
God damn
I
it!
can't hear
No,
Alex
there you
either.
go.
What about now?
We were almost there.
No? Okay.
God damn.
Tell him to walk in and out real quick.
I think that's what he's been doing.
Simone, if you could step right outside the door for Max's request.
Oh, I can even hear his feetsies, but I can't see.
He stepped outside, Max.
I still see Max. Thank God for that.
Sorry. Nope.
You gonna step back in?
Maybe take a little nap. I don't know.
The only way we're gonna have this fixed.
Can
is
you
if we
carry him?
move
I've
away
seen
from
that
Mosley's
works.
right now.
Oh,
Can you see
okay.
him?
Mosley's?
Carry him.
Who's got a car?
Not I.
Right, we're in here.
I don't have any.
All right, everyone in the parking lot.
Okay.
Tell Mike.
Fuck yeah. Why not?
Field trip.
Field trip. Yay. Adventure. This has been a meeting in 3 places so far. This is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Mixing it up.
VDM them all.
Oh, it's so goofy.
Oh, I can't even pull a weapon out right now. Yeah, I'm willing to bet I wouldn't be able to. I'm not even probably able to pull out my car. Am I holding a wrench?
No.
No.
Uh-oh.
You might in a
Been
couple
through a lot
minutes.
of blood though. You're dragging blood everywhere. Oh my god.
This was like this when I walked in.
Yeah.
I wonder why. So tell everyone to wait out front. I'm gonna go see if I can pull my Landstalker out, or the
Okay.
Landstalker out.
Gosh.
Was the insight to your terrorism mayor approach? They must have some grand scheme. Dude, no spoilers, man. And who says it has to be terrorism, dog? That's so passé. Yep. Spawn a car? How do I spawn a bus? Vehicle menu? Nope. / spawn bus? Like this / spawn bus? Not sure I have the ability to do that. What I can do...
Yeah, not
Vehicle.
No, I don't.
No. No.
Oh my god, are you okay, Alex?
Just got hit with the.
Yeah. Wow, there's a lot
Where's Siobhan?
happening right now. I don't
No,
see
I
a
don't
car at
see
all.
it.
I don't even see Michael or a van.
Should probably put them somewhere they can get down. This part of the city's not even loading for me, dude. Ow. Cool. Let's meet at the Lego bricks.
And what it's on?
What? Hey.
Why is
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, sorry.
Where is he?
Mayor? I can't see you.
Does
Mr. Mayor.
who sees
Mr.
me?
Thoroughbred?
Hello?
Where is he?
Can't hear
No,
you
we're right here.
speak.
I'm leaving now. Farewell.
Okay. We love you.
Your mouth is moving, but there's no words coming out of
Guys,
it.
Nice. It's so fucked up, dude. Hang on. Well, I'm gonna hide my screen real quick. Does that even work? Hello? Uh-oh. It didn't work, just teleported to me. Okay. I'm teleporting people to me. Gave her a loading screen. Fucked her game. I think we gotta cancel the meeting, guys. You're breaking people, by the way. Everyone is already bricked, Twitch chat. Everyone that was near City Hall was bricked. The state announcement. State announcement from the mayor. Everyone at the council meeting, please take a little nap and wait and try to be somewhere not near the south side. Thank you. Relogs. What happened? Something is wrong with like Mosley's, I guess, based upon what I've been told by Michael. Being near it kind of like bricked us. I don't know. I don't freaking know, dude. Too drunk, please hold me. Dude, just don't be drunk anymore. Just be sober. Siobhan couldn't even see that announcement? Oh, man. We might just have to cancel. We might just have to cancel. What up? What up? Like a Discord group chat? Discord call council? Nah. Derek, thanks for selling. Poop myself. I'm throwing to Nathan real quick. I was on Lego Island, dude. Bum, bum, bum. Nathan's making a Discord server for all of us to coordinate OOC for occasions such as this. I don't want anything. I don't want in-character stuff to be discussed at all. But like, it would be useful for like meeting time confirmations and shit. Jump. Jump. I want to go get my car, dude.
Okay, it's the first one right here.
Yeah, the first one right here.
Hi.
It'll be fine, surely.
Hello.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Can you
Am
see
I?
me?
Yeah, I can see you. Am I real?
You're real.
Yeah, you're real.
You're real.
Sick.
Yeah.
Why are there so many
You look
cops
good.
here?
It's a raid.
You're doing a
We're
raid?
raiding
Raided.
everybody.
Yeah.
What are you being raided for, dog?
I don't know. Put some flashlight.
You got a lawyer?
He did bad things.
Yeah.
Who's your
We're
lawyer?
taking it to docket.
Consulting.
Damien Tinkerman.
Oh, good luck, man.
Oh, thank you.
He's new, man. He's new. I guess he has seen a lot of court, though, so. Look at all these fucking ghost cars, dude. Slash me, no clips. I hope she doesn't move. Ah!
I bet.
Oh, Jesus
wow.
Christ, what the heath? Off the building.
Oh, that doesn't that cool.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my god, he's, you know.
I think we're
Fine.
going to delay the meeting.
Yeah.
I think
Gonna be,
I think the meeting is delayed.
Oh.
We'll see though how it goes.
Okay.
Did you see my state announcement?
No, I don't think I did, but can I?
Hey guys,
looking
guys.
around real quick. Hold
What?
up.
What?
When you told me to just like walk into that meeting with you, that was like the most alpha thing I've ever fucking seen.
No way, that was the most
Yeah,
alpha.
that was pretty fucking like. It's a power move. It was like the power. That was like a, just wow.
Yeah, it was a power move.
Is everybody
Finally,
Can I
some
ask you
good
a
RP.
question?
Yeah, babe.
do people seem more amenable?
To me,
Yeah.
when you're there,
Yeah.
everyone's kind of
Like, what the fuck?
Chiller?
no,
Just
no,
in
no,
general?
no, no, no.
Like progressively?
No, it feels the same.
I'm still hearing voices.
Not to discount your ethereal visage.
No, I was just asking.
Hi.
Like, I just
Wait,
wanted to know how
wait,
it was
wait.
comparatively.
Who's talking?
But yeah, hi.
Can you see me, ma'am?
We can't see anyone here.
Oh.
Oh, I can't even hear her.
I'm-
Yeah, everything.
I see
Can
this
hear.
person.
Look,
Yeah.
everything is super fucked. The world is unraveling at its seams.
Yeah, the
Have you
world's on
made
fire.
peace with Catholic God?
Okay, for now.
Who's God?
Go ahead.
You don't know who
I
God
have
is?
some water. I can baptize them.
Is that you?
Throw some water on them, babe.
Right, we gotta go to the.
Throw it right at his face.
Throws at both their faces.
Where the fuck did that water come from?
I've got some whiskey. Hold on.
Anyone want to smell fertilizer with me?
I'm not opposed.
That's holy water.
Just put some. Do you see the fertilizer I'm holding, God?
Yes.
I'm just gonna place it here because I can't even see my own fertilizer.
Your God bequeaths unto thee one bottle of whiskey to the face. And unto you, ma'am. Do you feel the whiskey in your hands now?
I feel an invisible bottle that I'm about to drink.
Drink it. It's visible to me, which makes it real.
Ooh,
What was
fuck.
Yeah, I
real?
know I can type in a split
Damn,
second.
that shit
I'm just
was
leaned
real.
all the way back in
Real.
my chair right now, so I don't want to do it.
I just drank invisible alcohol and I'm feeling drunk. Can you believe that shit, Nori? Nah, I'm smelling that shit.
Can you see the bottles
It's like
I'm throwing,
Yankum.
I lit.
Can you see the bottles I'm throwing right now?
Ooh. Where have you thrown them? Because I don't see nothing.
Hold on.
Man, Matrix is real, actually. This is wild, dog.
Have you ever... It's not because I'm high, but have you ever heard of simulation theory?
No.
Wait, really?
Oh, my phone's ringing. Hello.
Hello.
Is that you, Mike?
Fuck a floating
Yes.
phone.
I'm thinking we call it.
Nori,
call
you
it?
see that
Yeah,
shit?
we're gonna call it. Alex has notes and stuff, so we'll continue. Maybe we
It's
can
a
do,
phone
maybe we
floating.
can do one in the middle of the week to kind of finish
God
this one.
damn,
off.
that shit fucking wild.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, sounds good. I'll let her know.
All right.
All right, love you, Mike. Good luck in the rapture.
Thank you. I'll see if I can find Crane. I'll let Crane know too.
I have already let Crane know.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right,
we're
sounds good.
working on something for us to all keep in contact for stuff like this.
Yes, please.
Yep.
David,
What were we saying, babe? Singularity theory?
I'm on my phone.
Simulation theory.
Simulation.
Cracked
No.
my back.
Well, surely you've heard of... Oh, fuck, what is it? Roku's Basilisk?
It sounds familiar.
Really?
I'm flying! Help! Bye, Nori.
Okay,
I'm going
that's
up to
not right.
God. I'm going up to visit God.
Wait, I'm gonna pick her up.
What'd you say? Oh, she's good.
Now she's invisible.
Uh-oh.
Nori?
I thought that would fix it. It did not.
Nori?
Alright.
Oh my God, I'm all alone now.
You're not all alone,
I
son.
swallowed her soul.
Please help me, God.
She didn't want to be baptized,
I
and
want more
so
whiskey. That's
she
invisible.
must be consumed.
Drink the whiskey if you want to meet God.
Drink this whiskey. Oh, fuck. Damn, dog. This shit is hitting hard.
Let's see here. Was it 9:15? I think so.
Oh, where the fuck am I?
Come to the edge, son.
Alright. God. Will it hurt if I jump?
With enough whiskey, nothing will hurt, friend.
Damn, you fucking right about that. I just drank some moonshine yesterday.
Here.
This motherfucker stabbed me. Did not feel a thing.
Can you see us?
Can't see shit.
Yeah, drink that whiskey, bro.
I'm drinking that shit.
I think this is proof that the simulation is failing, wouldn't you say?
Okay,
think
yeah, so
this is a
that
Matrix dog.
simulation theory is the idea, right, that if technology has advanced to the point where they can actually simulate like life, right, then that's already happened and we're living in one.
Oh. Yeah, that makes
Delicious.
sense. Can you hear a woman by chance, sir?
Yeah, is that female god? Oh fuck, dude, this shit's hitting hard, man.
In Irish
Damn.
mythology, it's the goddess and her consort.
Goddess?
I'm the consort.
So like, there's two gods? What
Yeah,
else?
the consort is
Oh,
a god,
fuck.
but yeah.
Alright, bet. Yeah, I believe that shit.
Do you think what you're seeing now is real?
This shit does not feel real, motherfucker, for real.
I bet it doesn't. You know what also
I'm
isn't
floating.
real?
What?
Gravity, man.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
You're really close to the edge and it's making me nervous.
Don't shove me.
No, I want you to step away. I want you to step back. I'm gonna step back. What? No, close up, girl. Ugh. What a time for her to strike.
What did she say?
Oh shit, she's gonna contact me later this week about my proposal that we work together.
Wait.
Oh, I proposed that Gossip Girl and I work together. That way I can find her identity.
Is she gonna like meet you?
I'm gonna get her to agree to it, yeah. And then we'll unveil her to everyone.
They'll talk about the sheriff's office? Not yet. The cops are hinging hard on the oh, we're too understaffed to do X shit still. They don't have enough cops yet.
Oh, okay. Goss. This is a really great view.
Yeah. You want to see what's a better view?
Yeah. No.
Come.
No. 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 Where? Okay. You're not gonna drop me, right?
I don't know if I don't even know if this works.
Better view.
Maybe I shouldn't have come back here.
That's a terrible place.
Alright. Hopefully that didn't fuck us. Dude, it's like lagging. Mosley's is a black hole. Ah!
What?
Oh,
Jesus
wow.
Christ. And it's
Eh?
like the second time he fell.
Greetings. We've come.
I hear the voice of God.
Hello?
I don't see God.
Hello. So Malcolm,
Hey,
Philippa, and I
man.
woke up at Sandy, and everything is god awful up here.
Yeah.
Are we just
thought
gonna
you were
call
dead.
it?
Yeah, we're gonna call it.
It's
and,
the rapture,
and we're gonna.
baby. I'm alive.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
We are gonna call it, and we're gonna try doing midweek
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
just to finish this one up. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Perfect. Well, have a good night.
You too. Siobhan, who is this?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Are you gonna join? You look like you'd be on my side.
What do you mean?
What the?
You know, the
Jingle.
South will rise again. Who's with me, man?
This man has done more metamorphine than any other human being I've seen, by the way. I'm not sure how he's alive. I
I'm
thought he
here
was
from
dead.
the rabbit. I am dead. I got shot in the head on Sanguine.
Yeah,
I
I thought
the
you were
portal
dead.
to hell just opened up and let me travel back for a brief time.
Wait.
man.
Wait. I did see a void-like portal north of us.
Nice. You found the mothership. My brothers are coming, man.
Who?
My brothers.
Who? Siobhan, who the fuck is this?
Jingle Dan! He used to be a judge!
Yeah, man.
Jingle Dan was actually, he was one of my
Crack or
favorites.
something. Doors on
Why?
fire, and I was
Yeah, I
seeing
used to
dead
shoot
come
people
back.
in the head with a deagle if they did contempt, man.
Well, that's one way.
It was
to do
hard
it.
as
It was
fuck.
far out.
I could never be that hard. He was really hard.
Yeah, I got a question, man.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You ever fart in the bathtub and then play with the bubbles, man?
Yeah. Of course.
Nice, man. Yeah. I love this guy, man.
Siobhan, you?
Well, everyone does that.
Yeah.
Well, that was normal.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll talk to you in a minute.
Yeah.
So listen, man. Can I have a deagle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kidding.
What?
Yeah,
No, like, really.
there's some piece of shit who won't give me a fucking gun license.
Wait, you guys get licenses for deagles now? I used to have to buy them from Benji Ramos using money from the state account.
Those were
Wait, what?
not a. Those were not a.
Yeah, man,
They're
on
not
the
a
steps
legal-
of City Hall.
those were
I
not a
paid him
legal
25
weapon.
grand and he gave me a deagle, man.
How come these motherfuckers are so scared of me being corrupt? But all of this shit happened while I was in prison. What happened?
Well,
Oh,
maybe that's
man.
the reason, man. My bad on that one.
Fuck you.
Sorry, man.
I'm over.
It was a cool deagle, though, man. It had a
Oh.
suppressor and everything. It was like, pew pew.
How do you put a suppressor in a deagle? Isn't that shit like huge?
It was a rifle suppressor, man. It was jury rigged to just fit in there. It was great.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, man. I had a lowrider, and I only drove 35 gang, baby.
I heard about 35 gang.
Anyway, you got any drugs?
Sure. Caffeine. Here you go.
No, like
No,
heroin,
you asked for
man.
drugs. This counts. Oh, Chastanisberg. That's weird. I farted in his face earlier. I wonder if he's mad about that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Usually you get a
He
pay
wouldn't
for
go
that
down
one,
on
man.
the ladder because he was
Hey,
scared of the
man,
heights.
what's
So
going
I
on?
just farted in his face.
Heard the call to action, man.
Yeah, it's right. With the rapture's upon us, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I told you my brothers were coming, man.
The Dan clan will come again.
Look, look, listen. I've seen a lot of people who look like you guys, but the thing is, I can't say that because I would look like a racist. But
No, that's
you
okay,
can't
man. You're
say
not
that.
racist. You just you're on the right side of history, man. The
Hell
northern
yeah.
aggression, man.
No.
The war of
I'm from
northern
the
aggression.
I'm from the
man.
north.
Hell
I'm from
yeah.
Liberty City, and I am very not racist.
I get it, man. Winks.
Yeah, it's totally cool with us.
We get it. You gotta stay undercover, man. But that suit don't lie. You look like you're right back in the south.
Hell yeah, brother.
This suit's great. I love this suit.
I know it is, man. You look like you would own a nice house, like the big house, you know?
Yeah, the big house.
You're talking like a continental house.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, the really big one.
I don't own any house. I live in this shitty fucking apartment complex. That's where I live. We have a sex bed where we do fornication.
Man, you got a great
There's a mirror on the
backstory,
ceiling
man.
too.
That's a cool story, man.
No one's
Yeah, I've
ever
seen it.
gonna find out, Winks.
This guy was a judge?
Yeah.
man.
And what's your name, sir?
Judge Jingle Dan.
No, other guy.
Gringledan, man.
You know, Crane would just give anybody judgeship at some point in time, so.
Oh.
Wait, can I be
Well,
a
no,
judge,
it
man?
wasn't. It was an accident because there was this website. You know, you like apply for jobs. Man, I got stoned. I was watching reruns of Repo Wars. It's a good one, man. And anyway, I was on the drop-down menu, and it was like, there's all these jobs in alphabetical order, man. And it said janitor, and then it said judge. And I accidentally clicked judge, and they were like, "You're hired, man." And I was like, "All right,
that
fuck
easy?
Who killed
Yeah,
you? Who
man.
killed you?
I don't know. They shot me in the back of the head after saying stop.
Maybe we can stop the rapture if we find out who killed you and punish them.
Ooh, okay.
Would that set your
That's
soul at
fine.
ease?
Probably not. You know, we
need more
dance
of our
kind of
brothers,
just.
man.
Yeah, we need like a whole thing. There's a ritual and sacrifice. You know.
Oh yeah,
I
the
gotta call
blood
her
ritual, man.
Yeah, man.
Gringledan, man.
Well, shit. There's something very harmless but very menacing about you both.
What?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
You kind of claim to come from a portal from hell, so.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Oh, hey, man.
Hey, man.
Oh my god, there's 3 of them.
Who the fuck is this?
I just ran down the whole stairs with him, and now there's more.
Who is this, Cantor?
I don't know. I didn't get to introduce myself. Hello, sir.
Right now, because of the rapture, he's Mutingle Dan.
Oh, perfect. It's all right.
Unless you can hear him, but I can't.
I can hear.
No, I can't hear him.
Damn. Well, we never were known much for our talking. We just always take up arms on the right side of history.
Yes, man.
Like that time we had to hunt that girl who was hiding in those attics.
Huh?
Like I said, right side of history, man.
You wasn't good at hide and seek, man.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? Precisely.
I don't think I want to
I know
know.
the wars, man.
Oh god.
I don't want to know.
It's not getting better.
I don't want to know.
That's so much worse.
Huh?
Are you guys like minions?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think they also did exactly what you're outlining canonically, so there you go. It works.
Yeah, my first war was a long time ago.
Long time ago,
I
man.
saw a lot out there, man.
You'd be 100 today.
Jungles,
Crazy.
in the in the south, it was a lot, man.
You'd be 100. Hey, Gringle Dan?
Kept coming from the beaches, man.
Gringle, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
kept coming on the
Ow.
beach and they wouldn't stop. We had to keep putting them down. They just waved after wave of hell soldiers.
Gringle,
Oh my god.
Yeah, what's up, man?
are you dead?
No, I'm alive.
Yeah, but I mean, you look as alive as this guy, and he claims
Yeah,
to
he's
be from
alive
hell.
for now.
What do you mean for now?
What's that mean?
Find out.
Find out what? Find out what? What is happening?
Everything, man. You gotta expand your mind. You're too
gotta-
tense,
You
man.
gotta accept what happens, man.
Fine. What now?
Okay. Can I have a deagle?
No, I don't have a deagle. I don't even have a gun. I should have a gun, but I don't have a gun.
Yeah, drugs. You got
You got
drugs.
drugs?
No.
Hey man, do you have any food?
Oh, hey,
Oh my
man.
God,
Hey,
they will
no
grow.
food.
They will multiply.
I'm really hungry.
Hey, Kermingle.
Hey, how's it going? I thought you were dead.
Yeah, I was.
died.
I got a pass to come back for the rapture, man.
Oh wow, that's
The big guy
amazing.
downstairs said I could leave for a while.
Oh, that's kind of him.
Downstairs?
Usually he just lets me
Wait,
out for the
downstairs?
wars, but you know.
Downstairs?
Yeah.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
You know, down there,
Specifically
man.
Down there, man.
Is-
Yeah,
is
man,
this
it's
guy
pretty
dead?
Scary. No, I wish.
Unfortunately.
Ow.
Wait, why do you?
Easy
Why,
overdrive.
why do you wish you were dead?
Yeah.
I can't die, man.
down to the
Hey,
Oh
man.
my
Hey,
god.
man.
Oh my god. There's another one.
Greetings.
They're gonna
Y'all look the same.
And a
They do.
ship full of
They do.
turmoil and a land distraught and array. It needs a king. And the
Yes,
king of
man.
kings, Kinglemesh, is here. The personification of Fingaldan's ego.
That's right, man.
That's right, man.
We salute our king.
We
man.
salute.
Wow.
Good, good.
This guy doesn't have drugs or deagles. You
What am I
believe that,
supposed to
man?
do?
You're a shitty mayor,
They
man.
they
You're
neutered
all
me,
over.
man.
You're the
You're
They
a
fucking
fucking
neutered
mayor.
me. Fuck
You're
everyone
a
else.
mayor
Didn't
without
vote for
weapons
you.
or
I voted
I'm
drugs.
a
red,
fucking
man.
cuck. I know, man.
Guy's
I'm
got a
getting
face
cucked.
not a
tattoo
cook.
and doesn't have a
Oh
Okay,
my
thank you,
God.
man.
You're
You
gonna
heard it
tell me
here.
is you
Not
only
a
have
cook.
one bitch and not an entire army.
Here, take this.
Can I hire you guys?
Ooh, cool.
Hey, drink it.
Yeah, who are we
For
fighting? The
Yeah, are
North,
we fighting someone, man?
the Union,
Everyone.
the
Don't
Allies.
continue that list.
What are your what are your capabilities?
Everything, man.
I'm the
can't
personification of Fingaldan's ego. I can do whatever I want.
Well, I don't know who Fingaldan is, and what.
Oh.
Because you're a fucking bitch.
Fingaldan was my favorite cop.
He was
God
like-
bless Fingaldan.
So you're a cop. That means you're a good guy, right?
I could have been a cop.
I hate cops.
Well, actually, I am a cop and not a cop.
Heck, there's a canine.
Like, really,
man.
I don't actually exist, man.
It's not real, man.
I had the craziest nightmare about that
Hey,
right now.
listen, because you didn't listen, we're gonna have to vote you.
Hey, what the fuck was that?
Fuck you! This isn't even real. This never happened.
That's a fucking transgression.
No, it's not.
Get him, boy.
No, fuck you.
Oh, man.
These fucking degenerates. These fucking degenerates. Meeting's canceled. Gonna do another one midweek. Look at all these stupid bugs, dude. Wait. No, I can't explain anything they said. I can't explain anything. Good stream. I might stream tomorrow, probably not. I might have a degen day where I don't just sit on my computer all day alone in Discord. The fuck? I forgot. Holy shit. Was that just Kingle Dan? I don't know which Dan that is. Good shit. I'll see you guys on Monday. Love you.